Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for not a draft video but the return of the AI deck build video series here on the channel where I have ChatGPT build a historic Brawl deck for me and then I play it out in a couple of matches and see how it goes. It's been a while since we've done one of these on the channel, but with the sunset of Ixalan, I figured why not give Gishath Sun's avatar a little bit of a an AI deck build here. So for those of you that haven't seen this series before and how this works is I ask, well, literally as the title says, I ask ChatGPT to build a historic Brawl deck using Gishath Sun's avatar as the commander and it spits out something like this. So ChatGPT is not completely updated with 2024 information, so it does the best it can. It gave us, several lands. I had to replace some of these cards, so you'll see some cards that came out in the last, several months here. Skullspore Nexus, Ixali's Lorekeeper, Triumphant Chomp. Some of these more recent cards ChatGPT doesn't really recognize, and it'll also mess up sometimes and give you cards like cards that don't exist, cards that aren't legal in the format, all sorts of things. But it did give us a pretty solid baseline of cards like, Thrashing Brontodon, Zakama, Primal Calamity, the Great Henge, Carnage Tyrant was an oldie but a goodie. New cards like Trumpeting Carnosaur, things I added in. It added a little bit of some cards that may not necessarily fit as well, like Guardian Project. Well, that's actually not so bad because this one does trigger off of cards that don't have the same name, so it's pretty good in Commander. What cards wouldn't be great? Chaos Warp, fine, things like that. But end of the day, this is basically just a big stompy dinosaur deck that AI built for us. And I'm gonna have to remind you before I get into these games, this deck is probably not at all maximized for wins. It might be pretty difficult to get a couple of wins today, but our goal is at least one and to do our thing at least one time. In my practice games, I might not have had that much success doing that, but we're going to hope that in today's games with this deck build that we're going to at least have a little bit of fun. Going to give it a try, and I'll see you in our first game for the day. Alright, here we are, and we've got Lorekeeper on 1 and a Topiary Stomper on 2, and boy is that a good enough of a start. Gotta hope Lorekeeper survives. When it comes to the mana base of these decks, ChatGPT usually likes to recommend mana of colors that I can't include, like black, in this deck, so I did the best I could to adjust for those kind of cards. See if I can do this here, and I think I'll get a red, I guess, here. So it gave us about 80% of the functional mana base, but I had to make it literally functional or this would be like a completely boring video for you all. For those of you that are new here, I usually do limited content on this channel. But I have so many wild cards from all the limited content that I make that I figured, why not just use them in this form here? This, in form of Historic Brawl and crafting a couple of wild cards and things like that. So, what is a good way to do this here? So, Forerunner can give us a dinosaur on top of the deck, but honestly, I kind of just want to hit my land drops. So, I think I'm just going to play a Hulking Raptor. Because this gives us a little bit of land here. It blocks Toski relatively well. This still can't attack or block, but hopefully we'll get there. Oh boy, what does this do? Pro from red and green, which is basically my whole deck. So this will hit us now. Okay. Add 2 green, play Sundown Pass, and I guess we're just going to go ahead and play our commander. Because that's what we came here to do, right? So let's attack. And when this deals combat, what does it do? It flips all dinosaurs onto the battlefield? How many? Any number of dino cards. Well, that is going to be pretty good. Well, you know what? I think we've already done our thing. Discard 2 cards, you say? Sure. I guess I'll discard a couple of cards here. Alright. Win or lose, we've literally already done the thing that we came here to do. So, I'll take it. Can't block that, but what are you going to do about it? Gem Razor, that's fine. Leveler, that's less fine, but we got a bunch of things on the battlefield here. Got a Topiary Stomper of their own. It can attack and block now, notably. And are they just dead now? No, not quite. I don't know why they went after that and not our commander, but I'm not at all complaining about that. Any of this have haste? This does. I think I should play this primarily because it has haste here. And let's just get on in here. What could go wrong? Pretty much nothing, right? Math is for blockers. I don't feel like doing the calculations on any of this. This will trigger again, guaranteed, even if they double block it. What do we got here? 9, 10, 11, 12. So this should just be lethal, according to my math. There we go. Simple win. Thanks so much, robot. We'll go on to the next one here. Alright, Dino versus Dino. Gishath versus Itali. We'll go ahead and keep this here with Raptor on 2. And Ragavan on 1. That's not ever really something you like to see. We're about to get hit by a Ragavan here. So, I'm posting this video here on what I think is going to release on a Saturday. Our first draft of Murders of Karlov Manor is going to be this upcoming Thursday. And we are a primarily limited content channel here, so you're going to see many, many drafts of Murders at Karlov Manor. Having a good time with that format. There's a little bit of a lull in post, so I figured, why not a little bit of a Historic Brawl AI deck build video here on this weekend. So, that is what I'm doing here today. Let's play a Raptor so we can block this Ragavan and see if that survives. What does this even do? Okay. Alright, well they have many more lands than we do, to say the least. I guess we'll just do this here then. Itali's probably coming down next turn, and this is going to be really annoying for our deck because it can flip some bangers off of the top of our deck. So let's try and get them dead as soon as we can here. Alright, different Itali. Do we have a way of killing that? The answer is no. Because this is going to attack and then do this Itali. So if they draw a land, they're going to Itali twice with 2 different Italis here. Let's ramp, I guess. Definitely need one of these, probably two of these here. problem is I can't even kill a Tolly now, so maybe that was wrong because I can't even double block this. Ooh, thank goodness. That could have been a whole lot worse. Now they... Regisaur Alpha, yeah. I mean, I still can't kill a Tolly. The best I can do is... I mean, if I play Gishath, they double block here, and then they still get to attack with that. Let's do this here. I played the wrong land now. I thought I was going to need to play this here, so that didn't go particularly well. But now this at least blocks Etali Primal Storm, which I need to get off the battlefield. Alright, now they get 2 Etali triggers. This could get out of hand real quick. But we do have Etali next turn too, so... Oof. Alright, again, there could have been worse flips. Yeah, sure, I guess. Alright, I would also like to try to see what I can hit off of this. Ooh. Well, these are pretty good. Oh. I mean, we were not at all losing there. We were both kind of going off. But that's 2 wins with this deck. We are 2-0 with a ChatGPT built AI deck build Historic Brawl deck. I'll take it. Alright, here we are up first now with Lorekeeper on 1, and any hand that has Lorekeeper on 1 is basically an instant keep. We don't have the greatest things to kind of Lorekeeper into, but we have plenty of dinos in the deck that we have the potential to draw here, so start with that. I guess we're playing Ceratops on 2. I know we have to... In order to do that, I had to tap the Lorekeeper, but 1 damage is not going to be the end of the world here. So what commander are they playing? They're playing the Shrines commander, it looks like. Okay. We do struggle with removal in this deck, that is for sure. We're kind of goldfishing, doing our own thing here, but please don't kill my Lorekeeper. I want to keep that. I guess next turn we're cultivating, unless we draw something better. Destiny Spinner. Well, I wasn't planning on countering your enchantment spells anyway. Alright, let's cultivate. We have so much green and already 2 white. I guess we'll just get 2 red here. And now we need some action. We could draw a 2-drop dinosaur, play Guardian Project and that dinosaur off of the Lorekeeper and draw a card. Cetacean Champion. Alright, they're setting up some good stuff. These enchantment decks can be difficult to beat sometimes. There is a dinosaur. And if we untap with that, that will be very good. Well, let's see if we can untap with a good old Bonehorde Dracosaur. The highest win rate card in LCI Limited, I think. It's between this and Aclazotz, but this one's a good one too. No, don't kill the Dracosaur. I want that to survive. I've never triggered that before. Ooh, do we get a trigger off the Dracosaur here? Ooh, I think we do. Alright, let's see what we can find. A land and a 2-mana Galta. Lots of stuff to do here. Currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I'd like to play Galta, but I'd also like to play Guardian Project. So if I play this Forest, I can do Guardian Project, Galta, and Itzquinth. Or I could just play the Vantage and play Guardian Project Galta. Let's do that here. Draw a card. None of this has reach, does it? No. So we'll attack here. And see if they go off this turn, because we got a lot going on our side of the battlefield here. I have to say, we are playing against some more interesting fun decks than kind of what I think the meta is in Historic Brawl. Not that I play a lot of Historic Brawl. But I think the meta is a lot of control decks and busted stuff. So... So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't play Gishath and Itzquinth and use the ability. I don't know if Gishath is going to be able to get in this game. I mean, I can cast it now. They pretty much have to block with Setessan Champion. I have 2 treasures here. Let's do this. I mean, how many bad things can happen if I just attack with everything? Like, they're at 16. I have all sorts of stuff going on here. Just attack all. Again, math is for blockers. That's not my job. They probably have to double block Gishath if they don't want to, yeah. What more can I say? We have a new meta, and it's having robots build your deck for you. Alright, we go first this time. Raptor on 2. Creatures do cost 1 less to cast with that on the battlefield. Not too bad. Have actually some removal here, so we'll keep this. I think this will be our last one. I want to keep these videos nice and short for you all. Let's do this and go get green here. Want to make sure these are digestible. And we're playing Sephara's Skyblade, which I think is not one of the meta-defining decks in the format either. So, having a good time here playing against some... I think I gotta get a creature down. Playing against some decks that are not just like absolutely busted, no fun decks here, so. Alright, down goes Raptor. got a nice little addition from the AI here in unclaimed territory. That's a pretty good one for us. And now next turn we've got Sword Tooth, I guess, which kills their Speaker of the Heavens, notably. Never mind. One turn too late on that. But it's the most mana efficient thing to do here. I guess 5 mana 5/5 trample is what we got going on. Can we get a perfect 4-0 with a deck built by a robot? Currently at 5 mana, Sword of Once and Future. Well, blue and black are the only two colors that we're not playing here. Alright, I guess we'll do this and draw a card. Never mind. Stupid Hushbringer not letting us do anything. Letting us have no fun, but it's okay. We got a 5/5 and a 6/6 trample on the battlefield. A land lets us play Gishath here. What's the alternate casting cost here? Pay 1 and tap 4 untapped creatures you control. Looks like that won't be happening. I don't think. Probably have to use Chaos Warp on Safara because a 7/7 lifelinking flyer is pretty tough. But we'll see here. Looks like they'll lay down arms on one of our creatures, I'm sure. Would not mind a land at all. Oh, they chose to not do it. I guess they did that so that they can hit us next turn and then use lay down arms on Gishath, but that might be too little too late. So let's just... Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This costs 8. Oops. This is an instant though, so... Let's get in there, play Ripjaw Raptor, hold up Chaos Warp, I guess. If they prove that they're just going to do some other random things, I could also Chaos Warp their Sword of Once and Future, but I don't like that as much. Yeah, see, I think that's a bigger problem. That shuts off 2 of our attackers here. Granted, who knows what they're going to flip, but that's the issue with Chaos Warp. Yeah, I think I'll let this hit me. And now a land would be great, because that would let us play Gishath here and hit them. Okay, will they use... Looks like they will use Lay Down Arms now on the 6/6, and then... in their mind, not be able to... Or which one? What's wrong with the target symbol? So I guess it's targeting the Sword Tooth? I can't really tell. Yeah, that's an interesting decision, but sure. Okay, something's glitching off with the, or they just removed the whole target. Oh, nice. Got a land. Well, no land, but hopefully we can hit with this next turn, so... Okay, they go to 8. We cast a Tali. How much does this cost? 7, so if they have a land, they could just play this, which is also good. Hushbringer or the ability of sword currently can't hit anything unless they surveil an instant or sorcery to their yard. Angel Vitality, that's fine, don't care about that. Do they have a small creature and then the ability to play Sephara? No. The answer is they die, and this deck goes a clean 4-0. I'll give you some insight from my experience playing with these historic Brawl videos in the past with AI deck builds. This is not normal. We do not usually go 4-0. But boy, did this work out, didn't it? If you like this series, let me know in the comments here. Let me know what deck you want AI to build next. And keep in mind that AI doesn't really recognize cards in the last 3 or 4 years. So it might have to be a little bit of an older card, or a card from like Cons, or a card that was added to Arena later from a previous set. But got a little bit of a lull in uploads here. We had pre-release. I hope you guys are having fun at your pre-releases here today and yesterday. And we've got our first Karlov Manor draft this Thursday coming out here on the channel. Subscribe if you aren't already, if you like limited content. Have some historic Brawl videos just like this posted to the channel every now and then as well. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time for more daily draft content.